It was very much something Daniel and I were dreaming about. We were highly active in our old church, and so it would be kind of late night conversations or holidays. We'd be driving and dreaming up what we thought Salt would look like, or yeah, just kind of very much dreaming and planning together. Yeah, and as it kind of got closer to the time that we'd move, I think it kind of separated a little bit, that I was starting to think more about, all right, how are we actually going to do this? You know, we've got to move, we've got to find somewhere to live. You know, we're going to take people with us, and who would they be? And so I started thinking a bit more about the practical things, and I think Daniel started thinking a bit more about church as a whole, and yeah, just the vision and kind of church leadership and all those kind of finer details.
In the beginning, was there a sense that whatever was happening, you were a part of it?
Yeah, I think so. It was definitely, if we're not on board together, doing this together, then we won't do it. So it was very much we both had to be on board with where we were going. Otherwise it just, yeah, I don't think we would have been able to do it. So it was very much, right, we're in this together, let's go forward. Initially, I thought I would be on board like an equal member of the team. I guess, you know, everyone would have their kind of strengths and what ministries they'd be doing, and I'd be in there as well, and it'd all be something that we were kind of all throwing our skills and our abilities into, which was how it was. But I think pretty quickly I've learnt that my role looked a lot different to everyone else's, kind of in the core team. Yeah, and so it was a little bit challenging to kind of work out what that was, because I don't think there's a job description for planter's pastor's wife, and yeah, so I think what I originally thought my involvement would look like has yeah, vastly changed over the last 2 years. I think my participation in specific ministries, yeah, it could have an effect on our church community in a negative way. And actually I was better used and better able to serve church and serve God and serve Daniel if I did less formal ministry in church and more informal kind of ministry in church, and have a greater ability to pursue relationships and people in our wider community to help get to know people, to help them come to know Jesus. So I guess I spend more of my time in my week catching up with people who aren't in church, trying to find avenues for other people in church to get to know people who don't know Jesus, because I feel like I am able to spend better time doing that and it actually will have a better impact than what I'll be able to do in church.
So coming down to Salt though, would you have called yourself a gifted, you know, evangelist, or a gifted what's that, you know, connector in the church?
No, I think I did lots of organisational things in church, back at our old church. I think the fact that we have small children at the moment, the kind of situation in life that we're in, kind of creating connections to kind of external community is a lot easier. So we joined a play group that was just in the community. I joined a social basketball game during the week, and in all those different places I've been able to meet other women who have kids, and then from then their partners, and Daniel's been able to meet their partners, and yeah, so I feel like I've been able to utilise those opportunities to kind of build kind of networks outside of church, which hopefully will be able to help people kind of, yeah, come into church and come to know Jesus. So where I sit, I think I have very unique opportunities that other people don't have. And so it seemed to be, I kept coming back to this question of what is going to be best? How can I best serve God? So take away what I would personally like to do and actually go, I'm in this unique position, how can I best be serving God? How can I best be serving Salt? How can I best be serving Daniel? And even just little prep, like little specific things was, Daniel and I found it really important for me to be in church every week so that I could meet new people, that I could hear him preach and help him with feedback, and just seeing how our public gathering was running. It was important for me to be in a small group with, like all our other small groups, to help with seeing how they were running, and so that behind that we could then kind of sit back and reflect together with how church was running, and are we heading towards the goal, the vision of what we wanted for Salt. And whereas if I was, down in kids every week, or not able to go to a small group, that may not have been as easy or as doable to be able to kind of sit back and view things together, because we would be living in such different. But Daniel to be able to debrief with me as his wife rather than a team leader, it meant that we could actually, I didn't take things personally, but that we could kind of do that sitting back together and look at things kind of out there, rather than me feeling like, oh, I haven't done this, or I'm not very good at doing this, or I would really like to do this, but that's not what we want to be doing as Salt.
Because it's Jesus' church and it's Salt Church, it's not Dan's church.
No.
Or,
That's right.
but you definitely see yourself as a church planting couple, and you definitely see yourself, both in this together, yeah?
Yeah. And I think that's what that actually looks like has changed over the last 2 years in terms of physically how I see myself in church, and I know that will kind of continue to evolve and change as church moves through different seasons, and we as a family move through different seasons and things like that. But I think definitely still see us as this is kind of, we're on board together, but what I'm actually doing day to day might just look a little bit different from